Hello everyone, my name is Shark, and my brother is going to be home from school in about 2 hours, so we're going to cook him some pizza. So, these are the ingredients you're going to need. Pizza dough, just dough, basically. Make it yourself. If you don't know how, there's videos on YouTube, or what I like to do is just go to the grocery store. I got this at Winco. It's pre-made, it costs like $2, it's really cheap. I would recommend letting it sit in the fridge overnight if you do go get it at a store, because it does need to rise a little more. And you're going to need a can of whole peeled tomatoes. If you can't find whole peeled tomatoes, you could use diced tomatoes. However, whole peeled tomatoes would be preferable. Cheese, mozzarella cheese. I would prefer a block of mozzarella. However, I could not find any, so pre-shredded will do. I prefer to shred my own cheese because pre-shredded cheese actually has a coating of wax to stop the cheese from sticking to each other. And you'll need salt, preferably coarse kosher salt, pepper, obviously, Italian seasoning. This is probably the most important seasoning you're going to need today. Paprika. This is one of the best seasonings you could ever have. If you want something a little bit more spicy though, you could use smoked paprika. This one is a little bit more spicy than regular paprika. And if you want something even spicier, cayenne seasoning. This stuff is really hot and it goes really good in sauce if you want spicy sauce. A white onion, you're just gonna need half of it. And a couple cloves of garlic. I use 3 for my batch. The rest of the ingredients are optional. Dried mushrooms, I love these in sauce. It gives an amazing flavor to any sauce. These dry crushed red pepper flakes, if you do want a little bit more spice, I added these because I really like spice. Also, sorry for the dog, he's not leaving me alone no matter what I do, so I just decided to give him a treat to get him off my back while I cook. Sugar is optional, but I do recommend it because it can sweeten out your sauce if it does become a little bitter. Saffron. Saffron is a very expensive spice. It is not cheap, I will tell you that, but it does have a really nice flavor, so if you want to use it, you can. With all of that done, let's get started. I'm going to start by cutting the onion in half and cut this half into smaller pieces. It doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to blend it. Now we're going to move on to the garlic. And what you see in my hand is a garlic silicone molder. I highly recommend getting one. They peel garlic faster than anything I've ever seen. Faster than smacking it with a knife or doing anything. It's just so quick. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, done. Super quick. And just throw your garlic in the blender whole because it's going to blend it. You don't need to cut it. I'm just going to add the dry mushrooms now. You can add as much as you like. They give a nice umami scent and aroma and flavor. I didn't even know the words, but it's just really good. Just add as much as you want. I just added the whole thing. Now we're going to add the tomatoes. Just dump it in. Don't have to cut it. Don't do anything. Just let the blender do all the work. Here I have some really hot water from my Keurig machine. I don't like to put water in my sauce because I think it dulls the flavor. However, I am infusing this water with saffron. Saffron has a wonderful taste and aroma, so I will be adding it to the sauce after the water infuses with saffron flavoring. Now I will be adding all the seasonings into the blender. Everything I showed you earlier is what is in the blender. Now we are going to roll out our dough. I'm just using this really cheap pizza pan I got at the store. You don't need a pizza stone, whatever people say. If you don't have one of these pizza sheets, then just get a cookie sheet, put it upside down. It's exactly the same. Don't worry, it's totally fine. Now what I'm doing here is something I didn't say you needed because this is just a personal thing, is I'm just taking mozzarella, string cheese, and stuffing it under the crust because my brother really likes stuffed crust. It's not necessary, it's just something I'm doing. And once you have your crust all ready, put a little bit of olive oil and coat the whole thing, the edges, the top, any crevices, just not the bottom. And what you see me doing here is making a mixture of garlic powder and the Italian seasoning. This is not necessary, but I like to do it. I am just going to make this mixture and then sprinkle it on the crust and top of the dough. Now we are going to put our sauce in the pizza. If you noticed from the last cooking video, I'm using a different ladle because last time the ladle broke in the curry I was making. But just try and even out your sauce. Try not to have any bald spots. Don't put too much sauce, but enough to where you would definitely be able to taste it. Now we were going to put our mozzarella cheese. Be generous with it, but don't put too much or it will overflow, go over the crust, onto the pan. In the worst case scenario, it will go onto the burner in your oven. It is at this point you might want to preheat your oven to 425 Fahrenheit. For our toppings, I will be using these Cup and Crisp bold old-fashioned pepperonis, so they will look like bowls, not like your standard pepperonis, because my brother really likes these pepperonis. You can use any toppings you want though. Now with our pizza in the oven, we are going to start our wings. I'm going to make barbecue wings since my brother loves barbecue wings. I'm also going to make buffalo wings, however that will be later. If anyone has seen my other videos, you know I do not like to measure when cooking, so I just eyeball it. We are making the seasoning for the wings, so just put some flour in a bowl. You can use any flour you want. I am using all-purpose flour. Here I am putting the Italian seasoning. I am going to add some of this barbecue seasoning. Now I'm going to add some of this applewood seasoning. Now I'm going to add a nice helping of salt. Just eyeball it, just put what you think is right. Now I'm going to put the ground black pepper. Again, just eyeball it, just put what you think is right. Now I am going to put a bunch of garlic powder. Don't breathe it in, trust me, it did not feel nice in my nose. And I am also going to put a generous amount of onion powder. And just grab a whisk or anything you can use to stir the seasonings together so they're all nice and even. And if you were making buffalo wings, I would just add a bunch of cayenne pepper. I highly recommend getting some spray oil because you want to coat the wings in a thin layer of oil so they get nice and crispy. We are going to be using an air fryer, so spray down your air fryer if you have one with a thin layer of oil with the spray oil. If you don't have an air fryer, look up a video to cook wings, a method you do have, but I highly recommend getting an air fryer. Trust me, once you get one, you won't go back. Take your wings, dip them and roll them around in the flour, and then let them sit for about a minute, spray them on the front and the back, and roll them around in the flour again. Preheat your air fryer to 400 degrees, let them cook for 10 minutes, flip them over and cook for another 10. Now that our chicken is in the air fryer, it is time to pull our pizza out of the oven. And bam, there it is. The stuffed crust kind of exploded a little and it made the crust puff, but listen to how crispy that crust is. That crust is so crispy. I can't wait to try it. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes, so let's cut this pizza. If you're wondering why I'm using a meat cleaver, it's because I cannot find a pizza cutter anywhere. And right when I get done cutting the pizza, the air fryer goes off, so it's time to grab our chicken wings. Alright, with our chicken wings out of the air fryer, look at this pizza. Oh, look at that cheese. It's really stretchy. It reminds me of that one scene from that one Goofy movie. Now it is time to season our wings. I'm going to use barbecue sauce because they are barbecue wing. And I'm just going to put barbecue in the bowl, put the wings in the bowl, and just toss them around until they're all coated. And bam, look at that. Beautiful, tasty barbecue wings. Now that it's plated with 2 pieces of pizza and a bunch of barbecue wings, it is ready for my brother to eat when he gets home from school. Doesn't that just look delicious? Look at these glamour shots. Absolutely beautiful. Alright, time for me to tell you how to make buffalo wings. Super simple. Use all the same seasonings as the barbecue wings. Melt butter, add any hot sauce you want into that butter, coat the wings in that sauce. That's how. Super simple. I don't even have to show you. And look at that. 2 slices of pizza, 3 buffalo wings, and 3 barbecue wings. Absolutely beautiful. Hey, thanks for watching my video. It means a lot. These take a really long time to make. Cooking took over 2 hours and editing took over 4, so I hope you guys really enjoyed. It would mean a lot to me if you could like. It's really hard to make these videos, especially with the setup I have. I use a laptop to record, so I had to have a laptop in a kitchen with a webcam, and the computer's really old, so it's really slow. And if a cord moves just slightly, the webcam would cut off and I have to reset the whole webcam. Very difficult. So it means a lot if you could leave a like, because doing this isn't easy. Thanks. And if you like this content, make sure to subscribe. It means a lot too. I'm trying to grow my channel. I don't upload much because the setup's kind of crappy, but I'm trying to get new stuff. So I'll have new videos out soon.